All right, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda back here once again on the Outlast trials, and we are going to be kicking off weekly therapy number 25 in this video, which is the No Tech Items program. I guess it's spelled out No Tech Items instead of just No Tech, because I guess just being No Tech would maybe presume that you don't get a rig, but it seems that you actually do get your rig, you just don't get any rechargers. And this is the first brand new weekly therapy in quite a while, although we did have the weekly not too long ago that was the recent therapies weekly. Excuse me. That one was not that one did not reward a poster. That was back in week number 19. But before that, let me see. I guess, was it back to square one? That was, no, Naked and Afraid ran right here. I'm just looking through my list of the weeklies. Yeah, Back to Square One was right here. It might have been Naked and Afraid, or there was this Thieves Loadout. Did they have Thieves Loadout before this? Sorry, I'm just reminiscing through my screenshots here. Thieves Loadout might have been the most recent new weekly, which was on the 12th week, because then they reran Sharp Glass and Be Quiet, and so on and so forth from there. So yeah, that was weekly therapy number 12. So it's been twice as many weeks in that amount of time, and this is the first brand new one that we've gotten, aside from recent therapies, which didn't really have anything special with it, and also didn't come with a poster. But if I select Vindicate the Guilty, the final trial in this weekly, you can see there is a poster reward that is waiting for me down there. So looking forward to being able to get another one of those finally. But yeah, basically looks like we have a set of 7 MK challenges and then Vindicate the Guilty. This notably does not include Tilt the Scales of Justice, so that is currently unavailable in the game anywhere. It does have Shut Down the Factory, though. And it seems they're sticking with this approach of the weeklies where you have some that just have increased threat, and then halfway through it switches to increased threat 2, and that's basically it for the weekly alongside the weekly variator. And additionally, they are doing 8 trials once again, as it was for the past 2 weeks, which I think for ones like this, it's not too bad. I mean, this is going to be a pretty substantial step down in difficulty from the Naked and Afraid of last week, and I'm looking forward to a bit more of a relaxing time. But, you know, having 8 trials for this isn't too bad, but having 8 for Naked and Afraid was pretty brutal. It was quite long, in my opinion. I mean, for people who don't play video games that much, I mean, I was playing other video games, but also, you know, like skating and doing other things and being busy last week. But people who don't play that much would probably struggle to complete more difficult ones. I guess maybe those people would be playing in groups though instead. Anyways, I'm just yapping. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about the just blatantly longer lists. I mean, some of them were too short before, like Thieves Loadout was just 4 trials and 3 of those were short MK challenges. So that, like, way back then was pretty bad. But when Naked and Afraid first came around, it was just 4 large trials, which I thought was kind of cool. But yeah, they've been going with a bit longer of the weeklies, actually since the end of Prime Time. Yeah, Bad Trip also had, it looks like, 8 trials as well. So it seems like that's maybe what their standard is going to be going forward. I don't know. But this also, importantly to note, is the last weekly that is on the calendar that they released for the upcoming, stuff, the news calendar. So as starting next week on the 16th, we don't know what's coming, at least not yet. I'm hoping maybe with the calendar drop, we get some information about maybe when the next update is coming. I'd hope we'd get something maybe next month for like a new update, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, other than that, we're going to jump into it here, starting with Cancel the Autopsy. Should be pretty quick and easy. No technical items basically means you don't get batteries or rig rechargers. I'm not sure why a lockpick is on here, because that is not even part of it. That seems out of place on this picture. They might want to remove that. But either way, and it says untechnical on the poster, which is kind of weird. But yeah, it seems like it's kind of a lame weekly, honestly. It's not that interesting. But either way, it's kind of like a standard one. There's like no tech items, there's no meds, there's no revive ones. It makes sense for it to be in here, and I wish I had switched out to strong arm, honestly, but we'll make do without. Unless I can switch it in here. No, you can't. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this really quick and then we'll get into the first trial of the weekly. Sorry for the longer than normal weekly intro, but had a bunch that I wanted to yap about. All right, we're pulling up on the police station for the trial here, and we're gonna just jump right into it. Cancel the autopsy, usually a pretty short and sweet trial, although of course they do have the large X-pop at the end again now, which I wasn't aware of until I discovered it during Naked and Afraid last week. You do already have our first of 3 posters, and it is so nice to see my rig back once again. Guys, I know we're early in the video. Well, not really, since I yapped so much. Don't forget to smash like on the video if you are excited for the future of the game. I know I am looking forward to whatever they come up with next for the future updates. We have the fire, the crown, and the star. And don't forget, I am rocking stun, noise reduction, smash, and incognito. Although I will normally be switching back out to my standard setup for the rest of this weekly. It is going to be slightly, and I mean slightly, annoying not having rig rechargers, since it's always nice to have one of those. But not too worried about that in general, especially because we only have one of the larger trials being Vindicate the Guilty. Although it is nice to have a rig recharger or 2 for the witnesses. You can easily just load up on bricks. Well, maybe not easily, depending on the luck of the items, but you can just load up on bricks and use those in place of anything, any rig rechargers to defeat the witnesses more quickly. But yep, there we have the star key. And now we can head into the back alley to make it over to the other sectors. Always my preferred method of doing this trial, although depending on door RNG, it could be blocked off. And thankfully we got our 3rd and final poster. Also good coming back here because there are often posters afoot, and those are easy to get. But yeah, most of the key corpses are back here, so it's are in the back area of this section, and it's nice to just immediately come back here rather than having to navigate the lit up portion of this area and potentially get spotted by our friend here who's searching lockers for no reason. Okay, there is one. Oh, someone's coming out right there. That is our key that we need. We'll just give the pusher a second to path away. Although searching the bodies is very quiet, if they are right next to you, they will actually hear it. But yeah, I think the pulsing level 1 sound is the quietest a sound can be while still being a sound at all. And I think we can just... Ooh. Oh, no. Okay, he is absolutely blind. That's good. That's good to know. I forgot they took away his vision. But we have 2 out of the 3 keys now. And dang, that would have been nice to finish it off right there. But we're looking for the spade. Oh, nope, that is the moon. Or no, sorry. The spade was the one we found, and that is not the one we want. We're looking for the fire key. Somebody asked me the other, in one of my comments from Naked and Afraid, why the enemies are able to hear them opening doors. And I assume it must be because of the glorious and amazing noise reduction. Noise reduction is just so good. Oh, I don't have strong arm. Why am I acting like I have strong arm here? Sorry, pal. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, there. Well, we do have smash, so I can make use of that at least. And that is our key. Kind of annoyingly placed right out in the open. I tried to say like wide open and out in the open at the same time, but yeah, that didn't work out too well for me. But yeah, not too worried about hurrying at the moment because I will want to have my rig for the ending just to make it easier. Of course, with although I'm starting to suspect that maybe the large X-pop is only going to appear on increased threat level 2. That seems like it could be a potential because the night vision guy was over here when I did this trial on Naked and Afraid, but I think that was with increased threat level 2. So maybe they made some tweaks to that variator since previously, all the increased threat or more enemies or whatever, like all those variators pretty much felt the same. So maybe they've actually made it different. Who knows, but we're slamming the keys in, and we got a 17-second rig cooldown. Yeah, you know, I might just wait right over here. Just to give, because coil does come out and come at you before the gate opens, and I want the gate to be open and accessible. Ooh. Well, let's see how we can do here. See you later, Stinky. See, is there a large X? Okay, there is. He is here.
This is the market.
Hopefully that's enough time. It should be with all these bricks and bottles and stuff. So it looks like maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's still just all of those variators end up being nearly the same. But yeah, we can just peg coil with a couple of throwables there on our way out. And man, very, very nice to return to normalcy here after the struggle through Naked and Afraid. Someone left a funny comment on, I think, Pervert the Futterman, saying it was interesting to watch me slowly lose my sanity as I went through the weekly, and I definitely agree with that. It was a pretty rapid descent as I failed and had to redo. Again, as I went off on a rant about in the last weekly, because the retry system is so terrible in this game. But that is it. A+ 5 minutes 54 seconds. Cancel the autopsy. No tech items here. Definitely not really impacted by the variator. I mean, the only thing that is really a loss is the rig rechargers. Having no batteries is completely irrelevant. When you have the stun rig, you can just throw that and recharge your battery, or there are plenty of door traps with batteries like there were in Naked and Afraid. You can just grab them from there. Battery life, pretty much a non-factor at this point. But yeah, that is the first trial down for this new weekly. And I'll be moving on to Punish the Miscreants in the next one. Once again, we don't see Open the Gates. They hate Open the Gates for some reason. Just some random thought of mine. Anyway, see you guys for the next one.